You ever notice how the stuff you bring back from a trip is never really just stuff? I mean, they're like these little physical pieces of a memory, tiny ambassadors from somewhere else. So today, we're going to unpack the world, one souvenir at a time, and really look at the incredible stories they have to tell. Okay, let's get into it.
No, really, take a second. Look around. What about that magnet on your fridge? Or that mug you always reach for? That little thing sitting on your shelf? Where's it from? Better yet, when is it from? Every single one is like a little chapter in your own travel story, right? A direct line to a specific moment in time.
And right here, this is where it gets super interesting. A souvenir isn't just about your memory. It's about a collective one. It's a whole culture's identity, literally shrunk down so you can carry it. It's a place's way of saying, hey, this is us. This is who we are. This is what we care about.
Okay, so what's one of the absolute most powerful ways to connect with a place? Come on, it's through taste, right? An edible souvenir. It does more than just remind you of a trip. It actually lets you relive it. It's like a time machine for your taste buds, taking you right back to some street market or a little seaside cafe with just one bite.
I mean, just look at this world menu of flavors. You've got that earthy, unmistakable sweetness of Canadian maple syrup, the delicate floral notes of a Taiwanese oolong tea, that fragrant, chewy Turkish delight, the bright, sharp zest of Italian limoncello, and of course the buttery, comforting goodness of British shortbread. Every single one is a signature taste of its home.
And the world of flavor is it's huge. You can go from the uniquely sweet, almost medicinal Manuka honey, which comes straight from New Zealand's native plants,
All the way to the other side of the spectrum with that deep, tangy richness of a true balsamic vinegar from Italy. You know, the kind that's been aged for years to get that perfect, complex flavor.
and then you land on something like the iconic pineapple cakes from Taiwan, that perfect little package of sweet and tangy fruit filling. See, these aren't just snacks. They're edible postcards. Each bite is like a return ticket to a very specific moment.
But of course, our connection to a place goes way beyond taste. It's also about the things we can touch and feel. So many souvenirs represent centuries of artistic tradition. These are skills passed down from grandparent to child, a living testament to creativity that lasts. And what's so cool is this artistry exists on this fascinating timeline. You have some crafts that connect us way back to the ancient world, like Egyptian papyrus or Chinese jade. And then you have these vibrant, living traditions that are still evolving today, from the mystery of Venetian masks and those world-famous Turkish carpets to the incredibly colorful Talavera pottery of Mexico.
You know, the materials themselves tell a story about the land, about the geography and the resources. Just think about it. The legendary silk from China and Thailand, the revered jade from China, and the pounamu or greenstone of New Zealand, the masterful Murano glass from Italy, or those incredible pottery traditions in Mexico and Spain. Each material is tied directly to the land it came from.
And what you get is this incredible range of artistry. I mean, think about the difference between the almost weightless, delicate feel of a Thai silk scarf, and then the immense strength and deep spiritual power you feel from a Maori wood carving. They're both powerful expressions of a culture, just in totally different but equally beautiful ways.
Okay, so that brings us to a really fun question. Some of a nation's most important symbols are, well, huge. We're talking buildings, giant statues, whole mountain ranges. So how in the world do you fit something like that into your suitcase? Well, the answer is simple. You shrink it.
And when you look closely, you start to see these clear patterns in what we choose to miniaturize. First up, you've got the architectural marvels that define a skyline, like the Eiffel Tower. Then there are those powerful national symbols, like the Statue of Liberty or Matryoshka dolls. After that, it's the beloved creatures that kind of capture the national spirit, like pandas and koalas. And finally, you have cultural figures and traditions, like the Day of the Dead Skulls or statues of the Buddha.
And it doesn't matter if it's a $2 keychain or a hand-painted doll, these little miniatures have real power. They're like a visual shorthand for a nation's entire history, its pride, its most cherished ideas. They literally let us hold a landmark or a belief or a national spirit right in the palm of our hand.
So, as we start to pull all these different threads together, what we're seeing is that our collections of souvenirs are they're like a kind of global scrapbook. They're not just random objects we've picked up, they're curated little pieces of a much, much bigger human story.
You know, we've just journeyed through 16 different cultures in the last few minutes, and honestly, that is barely scratching the surface.
Just imagine all the countless other stories and flavors and crafts out there, each one a totally unique expression of its people.
And that right there, that gets to the absolute heart of all of this. The real value of a souvenir has absolutely nothing to do with its price tag. The value is in the story it holds, the story of the person who made it, and just as important, the story of the moment you made it yours.
So that leaves us with one last essential question. When you look at that object on your shelf, what is it that separates it from just being a cheap trinket and elevates it, makes it a personal treasure?
The answer is you. It's the memory you have, the emotion you feel, the connection you made with a place and with its people. That right there, that's what turns a simple object into a completely priceless piece of your life story.